It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. For Chicago, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And a guy we'll be watching tonight, Jay Crowder, impacts the game in a number of ways. Shaq, would you call him underrated?
Very underrated, but more people know about him now. Maybe not a household name, but that's because he focuses on the little things.
Yep. He's a tone setter, you know, defensively. He can get you 8 a game easily, no problem. Plays to his strengths. And sometimes when you can get 8, that's better than getting none.
That was deep.
You can get 8 right now. You look like a sandwich.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin, we know today's players can really elevate, but it's the landings that create tremendous strain on the body. In fact, at least one team bans its veteran players from dunking in practice. Kevin, that is not a problem for me.
David, you're right. It takes a toll. Thank you. Steve, both teams tonight love to run the offense through the post. Great dynamic, if you can make it work, that is.
Yeah, it's not bad if you still have an old-school back-to-the-basket guy that can score on the block. But what I love now is not a lot of standing back when I played. You still see teams cutting, setting screens, and a lot of backdoor cuts where guys get some easy layups when you play out the post right now. Just a lot more movement.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And the Jazz start out with the ball. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. Gobert with a screen for Mitchell. Second chance shot, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Rudy Gobert can change the game in so many ways. He does it with his length, his height, and his impact.
And for good reason. We talk about the effect of Gobert's wingspan, somewhere around 7 feet 9 inches.
Kevin, that's a tremendous advantage that few others have. I guess Mo Bamba's up there around 7 feet 10 inches. And of course, my old teammate Manu Bol still holds the record at 8 feet 6 inches.
Now here's Levine. Down low, it's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell passes to Favors. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Favors has got his first points of the game.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
Levine dishes to Markkanen. For the 3. Ingles with the rebound. Up top, Rubio. They set the pick. Pass to Favors. Shoots over Markkanen. Favors can't get it to go. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Markkanen sets the pick for Carter. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. And even 3-on-3 break. Now, here's Ingles. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Here's Dunn. 6-point game.
bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Carter with a screen on Rubio. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Over Favors. Rebound, Utah.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots. Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Bulls moving the ball around. Markkanen sets the pick for Dunn. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now here's Favors. No good with the elbow jumper. Bean passes to Parker. Carter against Gobert. Passes it to Levine. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
If history is any indicator, more often than not, Levine's going to take this shot. It's what he's built to do.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the basket by Ingles.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in, completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
Right wing. Markkanen a screen on Rubio. Dunn kicks to Levine. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, Dunn misses. Jazz leading by 6. The drive by Mitchell. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A thing for the Jazz last season was players stepping up beyond their usual roles. Had a lot of gaps to fill after Hayward left town. It was a large reason why they overachieved in the West.
Now, here's Ingles. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. Rubio the pass to Ingles. Now Gobert covered by Parker. Markkanen against Favors. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And it's Mitchell missing. Al Smitty, in regards to stepping up, Rudy Gobert became the vocal leader for this team.
Gobert said he wanted this group to exceed expectations. Reason why Donovan Mitchell played like a vet and Joe Ingles filling in for Hayward was fantastic. The Jazz played with a high level of confidence as well. I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots in this quarter. And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
The pass to Favors. Kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Rubio. Favors sets the pick for Rubio. Favors with the screen. Off the screen, Rubio. Markkanen pulls it in.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
And good that time.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Pass to Gobert. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. Over Carter. Carter with the block. Markkanen dishes to Parker. Buries it down low.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Utah leading. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Carter. Portis comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Parker, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Dunn. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Crowder, he's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles. Allen's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. That ties the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Utah has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Gobert, the screen. Back to Exum. Layup off the pick. He lays it in. Exum's got his first basket of the night.
You see the pick by Gobert. Once he sets that wide base, hard to get around.
That's tipped. Stolen by Allen. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Bulls trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Here's Valentine. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Valentine's got his first basket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. Holiday against Allen. Crowder, a screen on Holiday. Gobert, the screen. Allen for 3. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And Justin Holiday, a long-arm defender, Smitty, and the brother of All-Star Drew Holiday.
Kevin had his first consistent playing time with the Warriors title team in 2015. A 3-and-D player, still developing offensively.
And on opening night, every team starting from scratch, Steve. That has a lot of people optimistic at this time of the year. Teams that favored coming into the season and teams that may not be looked upon very favorably.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of these teams, they look at it, maybe didn't have the season they wanted the previous season. Maybe because of injuries, or maybe they just didn't gel. So as an organization, a fan base, you're excited in opening day. And then there are some teams, Kevin, that you look in and you go, ooh, we don't even have a chance. But let me just pretend like it, that we have a chance, and hopefully they can make a trade throughout the year.
Now here is Cephalosha. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go.
Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
Bulls trail by 3. Passes it to Portis. Portis sets the pick for LaVine. Back to Portis. He can't hit that time. And Utah the other way now. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
First free throw is good. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is. The one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Utah has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Exum kicks to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Gobert with a screen on LaVine. Offensive rebound. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters. I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here is Cephalosha. Denzel Valentine missing his last shot. Cephalosha passes to Crowder. Here's the screen. Now here's Exum. Guarded by LaVine. And Exum gets it to go on the assist by Gobert.
For a player his size, the handles of Dante, impressive to watch.
Here's Valentine. So the first quarter is in the books. Utah out in front. They're up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, what's that saying, guys? Sharing is caring. Just terrific ball movement here in that first quarter.
What they did, they left their egos in the locker room. It's a very all-for-one, one-for-all mentality.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Utah, Crowder is the 4 and Gobert is the 5. Exum and Burks, they're back here, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward.
Zach LaVine, he has the mentality of a go-to scorer. He's got the confidence to take and make tough contested shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other. Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Bulls trail by 4. And Steve, Zach LaVine, no lack of confidence, great range on his shot. What's the next step, you think, in the maturation of his game?
Without question, it's at the defensive end. A slender built, but has the tools to be a quality defender. It's about focus and the desire to be a two-way player.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside, LaVine. Crowder with the steal. Here's O'Neal. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And he makes the first. Steve, we've heard the phrase speed kills, especially when trying to guard someone with a very explosive first step.
Westbrook, John Wall, Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys, they get up and down the court. There are so many young guys. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. Ooh, I wish I had that speed.
You did at one time. You did have that speed at one time.
Not at all. Not at all.
And the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Rubio's checked in. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. Here's Dunn, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
We've seen real improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
One thing the Bulls did a great job of last year, Steve, moving the basketball.
They also had pace and space. They ran at every opportunity. The guys were very unselfish. Despite all the losses, the Bulls were a fun team to watch. You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
He kicks to Markkanen. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Markkanen's got his second bucket tonight.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
O'Neal against Parker. Favors with the screen. Crowder a screen on Parker. 5 to shoot. The pass to Rubio. Overdone. Carter pulls it in.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Here's Valentine. No good on the shot, so Utah will take it the other way. The feed to Crowder. Carter with the block. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Outside Favors. Pass to Rubio. And he's good on the 3-ball. Rubio's got the lead up to 8 now for Utah.
Not the most comfortable shot for Rubio, but give him credit. He doesn't turn it down.
And it's Carter missing. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Rubio kicks to Favors. O'Neal passes to Crowder. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Rubio dishes to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Steve, last season, even with Robin Lopez playing 64 games, the Bulls were dead last in block shots.
Yeah, Robin averaged less than 1 block a game for the first time in 6 years. What's really sad about that, he still led the team.
Now, here's Valentine. Kicks it to Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the paint. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Carter.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
O'Neal a screen on Dunn. Unloads from 13. Favors can't get it to go.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise. But his shot just isn't there.
Here's Markkanen. Shoots over Crowder. Again, Chicago.
You have to be impressed with the way this kid shoots the ball. Markkanen built for that mid-range game.
And Rubio kicks to Crowder. O'Neal against Parker. Favors with the screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago. But nowadays, the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
And he knocks down the first one.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. And so Favors nails both of them. Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. The front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Jay Crowder. And Steve, looking at KD's move, the Isaiah Thomas trade, what level of loyalty is there now between players and teams?
You know, I think it comes down to, I know people get upset when, per se, like the Kevin Durant move, but he was a free agent, so he was allowed to move. I think when it comes a little tricky, when you have guys traded, that's when you start to see the players starting to see where they sometimes don't think the organization have loyalty, but sometimes you can see organizations a lot of times is just looking to make their teams better, but it really comes down to a trade when the loyalty starts to be questioned.
The drive by Mitchell. Count the basket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long arms, and is very quick off his feet.
And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
Now here is Carter. 6 to shoot. Dunn passes to Carter. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Parker. He kicks it to Markkanen. Parker outside. In the corner, Valentine with it. Over Mitchell. And again, Chicago. No good. Jazz leading by 11. Sefolosha passes to Ingles. Back to Sefolosha. Favors with the screen. Mitchell wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Bulls shooting 40% from the field. Markkanen inside the line. And the shot is long.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested. The winners of 6 championship titles, the Chicago Bulls, all in the 1990s. And all with Jordan and Pippen.
Well, the Bulls rebuilt their team a couple times, but then things would unravel.
Yeah, you had the Derrick Rose years. He won league MVP playing for the Bulls. Then you had Jimmy Butler. He gets traded. They continue to search for that championship formula once again.
And the Bulls making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Allen's checked in. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And here is Mitchell after Chris Dunn made that last 3-pointer. Sefolosha kicks to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Dunn. Back to Sefolosha. There's the triple. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Sefolosha's got the lead up to 13 now for the Jazz.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Holiday, the pass to Markkanen. Allen against Holiday. Back to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Lauri Markkanen with his size, he has decent hops also, and he can finish above the rim.
Utah leading by 11. Over in the corner, Allen to the middle. Here's Favors. Lays it up and banks it in. Favors got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Here's Mitchell after the Bulls pick up 2. Pass to Favors. Over Carter. Carter pulls it in. The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Outside Holiday. Parker outside. Outside Holiday. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Dunn. Chicago keeps it going, a new 24-second clock. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Carter.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Mitchell kicks to Favors, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now, here's Mitchell, and it's good for 2. Mitchell's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Dunn kicks to Parker. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. They set the pick, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's his 4th foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Chicago making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Carter. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Dunn. Utah also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Burks comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for Mitchell. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Parker outside. Now the pass to Portis. Lopez sets a screen for Portis. Parker dishes to Holiday. Hits the three-point bomb. Holiday's got 11 points. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, sometimes you get too comfortable playing at home. This team played tonight like it's no urgency. And now they dug themselves a hole, and the energy level to get out of it is going to be extraordinary. We'll see if they come out of the tunnel with some fire in the second half, because they're going to need it.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Bulls trail by 10. Dunn and LaVine are the guard set. Markkanen is inside at 4 with Portis the 5. And it's Parker in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Parker. Levine inside the three-point line. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And with so much emphasis placed on Gobert's defense, some people are paying attention to his impact on the offensive end.
Carter, he's checked in for Portis. Tipped away. Mitchell outside. Favors passes to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked.
Marketing with the nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. No good on the triple. You know, Steve, what you have to love about Gobert, as his usage rate has gone up, the efficiency still is there. It remains.
You're right. Shoots for an extremely high percentage, fairly low turnover rate, and each year his moves are a little more polished.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. Now, here's Rubio. Here's Favors. That's good from 17 feet away. Favors has got 10 points.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
Carter with a screen on Mitchell. Bean passes to Carter. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
And the first one drops. And being a part of one of the better draft classes of all time, Steve, I think you would agree, is Donovan Mitchell.
2017 was a deep draft. Featured tremendous talent at the top. Mitchell was a late riser on most people's boards, but still couldn't crack the top 10.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Carter. To the left side wing. Portis kicks to Markkanen. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's done, penetrating. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Certainly a major strength of this Utah Jazz team is the way they can dominate on the defensive end.
Up and down the roster, there are a lot of solid defenders. Rudy Gobert is the big name, but guys like Ingles, Crowder, Mitchell, and Rubio are all great as well. This team can just be suffocating defensively.
Now, here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And right there, Donovan Mitchell showing off that confidence. He's quick and he's powerful.
Chicago calls timeout. We know analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balance on using it more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Dunn passes to Parker. Second chance effort, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
The Bulls have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And so he makes both from the line. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Crowder kicks to Ingles. Pass to Mitchell. Gobert against Portis. Pass to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on Parker. Shot clock at 5. Off the pick. Gobert can't hit.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Dunn passes to Parker. Takes it off the glass. Parker's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And the dunk by Parker.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Passes it to Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Inside. And stolen by Portis. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Markkanen passes to Portis. Drills the three-pointer. And now it's just a 4-point Utah lead.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
Now, here's Rubio. And Parker with the block. And they'll keep possession. Chicago calls timeout. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Bulls trail by 6. And the pass to Portis. There's the screen. Mitchell against Levine. Portis the screen. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Crowder. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
And so he makes both from the line. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greggy's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches the pass.
Utah leading by 8. There's the dish to Gobert. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. Shoots a 3. Traps in the tray. And it's 8 points for Ricky Rubio.
I love that play. They created a lot of space for Ricky Rubio. Let him make the decision, and he knocked it down.
Parker dishes to Valentine. He feeds it to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Rubio. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Gobert. Over to the left wing. O'Neal trying to break free. And he's able to get it back. Crowder. No good on the free throw.
Last year was a tricky one for Crowder. Pretty much all of his shooting percentages were down. Just never seemed to get into a rhythm.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. Exum comes in for Ricky Rubio. He hits the second from the line. Levine with it. Pass to Portis. Out to Parker. Outside Levine. Pass to Valentine. Back to Levine. And the Bulls another three. And talking about Jay Crowder, he was traded a couple times last season. Seemed to have an effect.
Coming into a new scheme, Kevin, it's never easy. When you're a role player like Crowder, you have to figure out how to fit in. But give him credit. He still fought hard, and he gave great effort.
And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling. What a year for the Utah Jazz in 2018. A fifth-place finish in the West with a solid 48-win season. Definitely surpassed the expectations many had going into the year.
Robin Lopez is checked in for the Bulls. Justin Holiday comes in for Parker. Now here's Levine. He has 7. Lopez a screen. Holiday the pass to Lopez. It's stolen by Gobert. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter. And Smitty, the Jazz certainly caught many by surprise last season.
You have to credit the job the front office did to reload the roster. Ended up losing to the Rockets in a thriller in the second round. But this is a team no opponent wants to see in the playoffs.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Stolen by Levine. Passes it to Portis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight. Jazz leading by 9. Exum kicks to Cephalosha. Here's Burks. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's the pass to Holiday. Now here's Valentine. Defense right on him to the inside. The shot's good from Lopez.
What a luxury it is as a passer to have a pick-and-roll target as big as Robin Lopez. It makes life easy.
Exum dishes to Gobert. 1:52 left to play here in the third. Gobert with a screen for Burks. 5 to shoot. Tries again, and stolen by Valentine. Fast break, here they come. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Utah's ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Allen passes to Cephalosha. And Gobert kicks to Burks. Gobert the screen. Now here's Burks. Guarded closer. The shot, no good. Outside Levine. Over Exum. Holiday, the pass to Levine. It's over Exum. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Levine.
That's something you can't defend. Zach using his vertical to shoot over the top.
Pass to Cephalosha. Here's Burks. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Valentine kicks to Holiday. Down low. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Holiday. Now just a 3-point Jazz lead. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Now here's Exum. He has 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he makes that one.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And here is Valentine. Dishes it to Lopez. Good on the bucket. Lopez has got 8 points.
Great concentration from Lopez to absorb the contact and finish the play off anyway.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Jazz lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Exum is out there with Allen. Then there's Favors. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Ingles in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Allen. Sefolosha passes to Favors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Bulls trail by 3. Lopez kicks to Carter. And it's done in the corner. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is good.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree. Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Parker's checked in for Chicago. Exum passes to Sefolosha. He kicks it to Exum. There's the pick. Pass to Ingles. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Allen against Levine. Favors with the screen. Favors with a screen on Carter. Here's Exum. Here's Favors. Kicks to Exum. Pass to Sefolosha. Ingles against Parker. Poke loose. Parker with the steal. One-on-one here. And the dunk by Parker.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
Favors. Lopez with the block.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
Here's Levine. Lopez up top. Back to Levine. Lopez a screen. Out to Carter. 4 on the clock. Levine for 3. Ingles with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Sefolosha. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Allen. Off the screen, Favors. Second chance shot. Exum's shot is off. Chicago has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Rubio against Dunn. Rubio with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Utah trailing here. Rubio outside. The pass to Ingles. Crowder sets a screen for Ingles. Favors with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. The Jazz with another miss. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Dunn dishes to Parker. Dunn passes to Parker. Fires from the line. Misses off the right iron.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Now, here's Dunn to the inside. Stolen by Mitchell. To the middle. Stolen by Levine. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
I love the finish there by Markkanen. Can absorb the contact because he's improved his strength. You look at Lauri Markkanen, he's a 7-foot fluid basketball player. Most European players not known for their athleticism, but his mobility is pretty good for a player his size.
And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. And Markkanen, still young, he'll look to add strength as his career continues.
And if he does, Kevin, his future is probably at the center position. It's not about bulk. You've got to be strong to weather that physicality inside.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Carter and the Bulls with another miss.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Mitchell kicks to Rubio. To end the run. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Chicago leading by 4. Outside, Levine. Back to Dunn. They set the pick. Parker kicks to Levine. Carter, the pass to Levine. Back to Carter. Over Gobert. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Levine. Levine's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's nice patience by Zach Levine. Finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
Now here's Favors. Rubio, the pass to Mitchell. Outside, Favors. Favors with a screen on Parker. Crowder kicks to Rubio. 3 on the clock. Over Dunn. Here's Favors. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Now Dunn. Carter outside. Dunn against Rubio. Dunn misses.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called. Dangerous score down the stretch.
Chicago calls timeout. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
The Bulls leading by 4. Now, here's Dunn. Outside, Levine. Dunn passes to Markkanen. through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block. It imposes his will.
Crowder kicks to Mitchell. From the arc, Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And Lauri Markkanen out of Finland, an extremely high skill level to his game. Smitty, is he a finished product?
Not at all. With his passion for the game, he's only going to get better and better. Some 7-footers don't have that drive. He does, Kevin.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Crowder.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Favors with the screen, and Rubio kicks to Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors using his imposing frame to rock the rim.
The Bulls leading by 6. To the paint, here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Against Rubio. Outside Favors. Gobert with it. 5 on the clock. Back to Favors. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Bulls with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Bean passes to Dunn. The 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Rubio. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Dunn outside. Carter sets the pick for Dunn. Feeds it to Carter, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Shot from the inbound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Derek Favors.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Mitchell outside. Carter with the block. They retain possession. They grab their own miss. And it's Mitchell missing. The Bulls leading by 9. .141 left in the 4th. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Picked by Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. They get Derek Favors.
Since day one, there was never any doubt that Markkanen could score, but we didn't know he'd be this prolific.
the free throw, no good. Jazz trailed by 11. The drive by Mitchell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
Levine kicks to Dunn.